Yes, it's your boy Cam Legend. I hope all is well with you today. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy festive times to everyone out there. It doesn't matter if you believe in it or not. I think it's a time to connect with your family, your loved ones, your friends, supporters, whoever you connect with and vibe with. This is a time to connect. Okay? And, today's video is going to be about how to escape polarization, which is the matrix, and I'm going to be really diving deep into this today. Please press the like button before I proceed. If you're a new viewer, please consider subscribing, and thank you to everyone that is supporting the cause. Also, I'm still doing 25% discount on name readings. Check the description box. Okay? So I think the times we're in right now can really show you how the differentiation between 3D and 5D works. Once you gain knowledge, the first thing you want to do is enlighten people on this knowledge, because it's like a revelation to your consciousness, to your awareness, to your mind, that, hey, there's a lie out here and this isn't completely the truth. Right now, all right, it's Christmas times. And if you was to do the etymology on Christmas, you will know that it's associated to dead Christ, okay? And mass means death, and Christ is your consciousness, okay? But people don't understand that it's more deeper than that. You know, yes, Saturnalia was around December the 17th to 21, where this was a time where the Romans were doing debauchery things. And if it was to really force feed people in the matrix this, they won't care. Actually, will create more separation, you see. So in times like this, we have the ability to rewrite history. Instead of giving people history lectures on the the low vibratory things of Christmas, instead we have the ability to say, you know what, this is a time where we just want to connect with our family. Yes, we still do ritualistic things like put a Christmas tree in our house, which is really speaking about our neurons in our cerebellum, and it's going down the chimney, which is our Jacob's ladder. Look, if I was to tell people this, most of them won't care in the matrix. We can give them this knowledge slowly but surely, but we don't want to create more separation, which we see in this reality. In order to escape polarization, you have to get into oneness. The way to do this is through education. But we know that the matrix has made education undesirable. So how do we create change? Through no shaming, through no laughing at people that don't have knowledge or awareness. And I know it's very hard to do because we do see such a dumbed down society, but you have to have compassion and unconditional love for others. You see, it's very easy to say that you're spiritual because you have some kind of awareness, some kind of fourth 5D consciousness awareness. But true wisdom is knowing that you don't judge others, because when you judge others, you judge yourself and you put yourself right back into the matrix. You can have 5D consciousness, but if you're not living by those truths and principles, you go back into 3D. You see? Because 3D in its purest form is polarization. So just how you have people fighting that they believe in this one religion and the other opponents or ops or opposition believe in that religion, is the same way you can do that with spirituality. You can say, well, they are religious, I'm spiritual. That puts you back into polarization. Okay, so you have to understand it's very easy to slip back into 3D, and it's very hard to stay in 5D. And even with like things I've happened to me in my life, like my laptop was down, and I was kind of down and out, but my laptop's working. I just kept positive, spoke things into existence, and the problem that looked like it was going to be very hard to fix it was relatively cheap to fix, and I'm back up and running, you know. But I stayed positive. I sent out positive energy during this time. I asked people also to donate in my last video, but it didn't even need a donation. All it needed was some positive energy, and somebody, you know, people watch my videos, they probably sent positive energy my way, and that's it. Some things don't even need to be fixed with currency, but this is kind of awareness that you need to get into or get to understand that you have the ability to change your 3D reality, which is physical. But within the word physical, you have the word pH, which means light, photons, you know, phosphorus, the light bearer. So although this reality looks physical and appears physical, it's still based upon the 7 spectrums of light, which we call the rainbow. Okay? So polarization, you have to understand that it's very easy to slip back into 3D, very, very easy to slip back into 3D, and it's much more harder to stay in 5D consciousness. Why is it harder to stay in 5D consciousness? Well, 5D consciousness is a lighter state of being. It's a conscious state of being where you have to be somewhat aware of your surroundings, of the words you say. You have to be mindful of the vibrations you send out at every given time. So it's much harder to do this, especially when we are in this densified space and we may be around people that are very much stuck in the matrix. So you have to kind of remove cues, you know, even like things like your social media, your Instagram. You want to make sure that your feed is not putting you in a vibration that is provocative. What do I mean? Well, if you know that seeing memes about people mocking people in the matrix kind of triggers you for good or bad, like, oh, look at them, or oh, why are people so stupid, and whatever. If it polarizes your thoughts, then it may be best to remove a feed that does that. You may not even need to verbalize this polarization, but if you have this thought within your mind, it still has the ability to manifest in this 3D reality. Okay? So you really want to stay within 5D through using the medium of 4D, which is your awareness, your time. Okay? It's not a complex concept. Just understand that this densification, which we call 3D reality, is always going to be subjected to the laws of this 3D reality, which is Newtonian. But you have the ability to step into 4D and 5D through your awareness, your consciousness, mindfulness, being light, being, not being triggered, and, you know, just really, really, really living, you know, somewhat like a monk lifestyle, a Zen lifestyle, a shamanic lifestyle. And it's very much hard to do this in digital age, technological age. But we have the ability to do this if we use technology and don't let technology use us. You know, setting up parameters, time limits on your phone. If you have things to do during the day, maybe it's best to put your phone in the other room. You know, you have to like right now, I think people don't understand the war we are in, because the war is polarization, is separation. But we have the ability to win this war through our mind and our thoughts. And if you win the war, you escape 3D. But you have to be aware of polarization. You have to win the war within your mind first. You have to use data analytics to see how many hours am I spending actually doing things that are going to empower me, and how many hours am I losing by distractions. Okay? And the thing is, yeah, what people need to realize is that the more, listen, the more you demonize the matrix or the 3D reality, the more resistance you're going to get right now, because we're really going into a quantum world. And within the word quantum, you see the word quant, which means quantify. So the more you have resistance to the matrix, the more you demonize people in the matrix, the more you focus on variance and the pandemic, the more you're going to get back. The more you're going to get back. Okay? So you really want to focus solely on empowering things. And when you do see things that are disempowering, do not attach to it. This will create more resistance. The more resistance you attach, the more resistance there is, the more attachment there is. The root of all suffering is attachment. And with this attachment, the more will be relayed back on this screen of space called 3D reality. Okay, if you've liked this video, you know what to do. I am hot baking with my son. He's out here, we're just out here enjoying the times. Okay, so peace.